we decided to get out pretty quick. Well, I was in the second dicky seat, which was natural for me to get out first. So I whistled down the back, and Clem was pretty close behind me. And it's funny how things go through your mind. You'd always been sort of told that if you're going to have a prang, knock off the ignition. Well, I'd got down to the back of the Hudson and realised that we hadn't turned the ignition off. Silly me. I shot off back up to the cockpit. Clem and Bitsy, that we passed on the way. And the Hudson had a master switch, which you pulled out. And I remember being in the cockpit and the starboard engine was still going. Poked up in the air like that, but it was still going. And I pulled the master switch, and almost at the same time, the port undercarriage, when it collapsed, it had gone up through the petrol tanks, through the self-sealing petrol tank. And I was still in the cockpit when whoomph, up she went. And I can recall to this day, what the colour of flames and everything, because it just came straight over the cockpit. There was an impassioned yell from my mate down the back, come on, Johnny. And Johnny came. And we jumped out through the side door on the Hudson, and just as we sort of jumped out, the fuel had been spilt back along the aircraft. It went ignited. Anyhow, we got through that, and I always say that we ran for 100 yards, and if they'd put the clock on us, we would have qualified for the Olympic Games quite easily.